So I love vibe coding tools. I think that they are absolutely magic. I use them all the time. I live my life in Cursor. I think Figma Make is just fantastic. I think V0 is fantastic. The thing that I want to push about the vibe coding tool sort of industry is that they're not great design tools, and that you should probably, if you really want to think about user experience and design and aesthetics, you should still be using a traditional design tool, something like the regular Figma or Wender. And that's why I designed Wender, is something that uses AI that allows you to quickly iterate, even if you have a little bit less of a eye for design, but is not just straight up one of the tools that are going to focus on building an app. Let's try Figma Make. I'm going to give it the same prompt as Wender. And what Figma Make is going to do is fantastic. It's impressive. It's going to go build out a whole application that actually works, or at least a couple of screens of it. And what I've done in Wender is this is just this. It's a design tool that is going to build out the screen that you ask it for, and you can do multiple screens. So I'm going to say add a bottom nav. It allows you to really quickly think through the design of the app aside from how it functions. This is doing both. This is how it works and how it is designed, and that makes how it is designed a little bit slower. Let's say make the bottom nav the same color as the top one. There we go. I'm liking the way that looks. Maybe I want to completely redesign it. Let's say, I hate the way it looks on desktop. Make this look different on desktop so it's nice and responsive. Let's see how far I can get here while Figma is still working out the details and thinking. So here we go. I have a nice desktop mode. I have a mobile mode. So I can maybe jump in here and edit some text. My journal. You can edit your text. You can change little things like let's change the size of today. Make that a little bit larger. There we go. It'll be larger on both desktop and mobile, a little bit too large on desktop. There we go. Lots to see and tweak and to think about. Really just like a per component thinking through of the user experience. Maybe I want something like create a big featured photo post at the top. Do that. Yeah, really like the way that looks. Maybe I also want to say show the archive screen. Start to design other screens and think through that experience. Over here, I have a working app, so it did it. So finally, it did it. It's much slower at creating something, but the thing that it creates is more impressive. So I don't want to throw it under the bus and say what it has done is not impressive, because it's way more impressive maybe than creating a design, because it's actually something that works. At least I think it'll work. Say, test this. Forum. I like how it has some like emotion stuff here. It has tagging. There it is, and my post is in here. And Wender does not do that. Wender allows you to make simple prototypes so that you can connect these screens together with the prototype button. But it's not going to build a working application that you can have Supabase connected to. So it is not a vibe coding app. It is very much a design app, and it is good for that. Vibe coding apps are good at making applications, and design apps are good at design. And I think you can use them together. And one way that I've tried to bridge that gap is recently I have added in here, if you go to use theme, in Cursor, Claude, etc., what you can do is you can generate a theme and copy the prompt. Now you can take this prompt into Cursor or V0 or Figma Make, and then you can apply that design style that you've built out in Wender, whatever you're doing in here, whether it's the colors and the fonts and the layout and the sort of just the vibe of the design that you've created, you can easily get that into your vibe coding app so that it will use that and it will look the way that you want it to. All right, that's what I've got for you today. Thanks.